Hello, my name is Robert Melby. I'll be doing my third speech, the tribute speech, and my audience members are
Rob Milby,
Christopher Milby,
Hannah Wolf,
Teresa Dennis,
Kristen Milby,
and Megan Albright.
okay. And my speech will be on Benjamin Franklin, by the way. Okay. And did you guys know that if it were not for the efforts of one man, the United States would not exist today? Basically, Benjamin Franklin was born January 17th, 1706. Franklin was one of our founding forefathers of the United States. Through the courses of his life, he had many job titles and many different achievements and accomplishments that he made happen. But one of his actually, the line of those would be he started off as like a leading author, and he wrote his own paper and stuff. He was a political theorist. He was a politician, a postmaster, scientist, musician, inventor, satirist, civil activist, statesman, and a diplomat. And obviously many other things he did, but that had a large impact on the world. But one of those biggest things that he did was came out with this newspaper. He bought it from Pennsylvania. It's called the Pennsylvania Gazette, and the Pennsylvania Gazette was large. He owned it, published it, he wrote it. He would many times write under fake aliases in order to be able to relate with the people who are reading the material. Basically, through that, when he basically made him be able to influence the public a lot more and have a big effect on society as a whole. One of his biggest quotes that still actually commonly used today in modern America is "Penny saved is a penny earned." It basically came from Poor Richard's Almanac, which is an almanac from Ben Franklin's one of his sections of the Gazette, which he also wrote up under a fake alias. So basically, they didn't know who it was, and it was just some random guy that he would portray to be a poor man, writing, trying to just relate with what modern America was at that time. Another one of the big things that was involved with the Gazette was political cartoons. He made the first one, actually, and that would obviously help persuade the public as a whole. Once again, as they do, they think however you want them to think, just from a little cartoon. And so that was another big thing that he did. They're still used today all the time. The second thing that I like to talk about is his inventions, and he had many different inventions. Basically, his printing business was thriving in the 1730s and the 1740s, and basically it helped them to set up a franchise printing partnership, or many of them rather, in other cities. In 1749, he retired from business and started concentrating on science, experiments, and inventions. And the Franklin stove is what it was called, was actually one of his first inventions, which he actually never patented, because Benjamin Franklin would like to, basically it would help America, as the society as a whole, once again, and he was always trying to help out America. So, maybe 4 minutes. Basically, it would help keep it. It was a much more efficient way, I should say, of keeping your house heated up. So he never patented that one. So he never actually made money. He just helped out America with that. In the early 1750s, he did the kite experiment with electricity, and that got him actually international fame. So at that point, he basically did the kite experiment with the metal lightning, the metal pole at the top of the kite, and the key base, and he would basically He would basically prove that lightning is a form of electricity. Basically, that's the gist of it. Let's see. And yeah, he eventually would make a lightning rod, which would help protect many buildings and ships during that time. So that was very important. the third thing I'd like to talk about is his contributions towards uniting America to actually be able to become a nation, which is, I think, is his biggest contribution. Basically, in the Constitutional Convention, he ended up being the biggest influence, and in my opinion, if it weren't for Benjamin Franklin, like I said, I don't think America would be here, because during this time, all the states just could not agree and come to terms with all the different things. They just all wanted to be the #1 state controlling everything. Benjamin Franklin played the big mediator for all those states, all the first 13 colonies, I should say. And he just made them all come to terms and just realized that we need to all be together as one and become the United States of America, which we still are today, obviously. And ended up, he also, another one of his big things, he actually helped write parts of both the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, which was mostly done by Thomas Jefferson, but it was largely influenced by Benjamin Franklin, as well as many other, as well as many other things. His face is actually on a $100 bill today here in America. He was actually the only person that actually signed the four most important documents that made U.S. its own country. The four documents were the Declaration of Independence, the Treaty of Alliance, Amity and Commerce, the Treaty of Peace, between England, France, and the United States, the Treaty of Peace between England, France, and the United States, and the Constitution. Conclusion, through his writings, famous quotes, and mentions for improving society, and his political contributions, our nation was able to overcome many obstacles that it was faced with in order to make the United States what it is today and even exist, period. And that's why I feel like Benjamin Franklin was the biggest figure in the United States history.
Alright, and we gotta do a roll call of the audience.
Kristen! Rob Milby.
Rob Milby.
Kristen!
Hannah Wolf.
Kristen!
Teresa Dennis.
Kristen!
Kristen, you gotta come back out here. Megan Albright. We have to have your roll call at the end of the videotape. So just stick your face in the door because it's rolling.
Kristen! Can you pause it?
I can't pause it. There can't be any splices. Just stick your face in the door. It's still rolling.
What?
Kristen Milby.
Kristen Milby.